so much?
Are you calling me fat?
Sorry.
Do you need some help?
Are you calling me weak?
No. Elia, make sure you do the laundry.
Of course I'm gonna do the laundry. You think I'm stupid? Irresponsible? Jeez.
No.
So what you just saw are all examples of strawman arguments. The iconic phrase, "are you saying?" is an indicator that you are attacking a straw man. But what is a straw man or a straw man argument? A straw man argument is a logical fallacy when one person takes another person's argument and either intentionally or unintentionally misinterprets it or takes it out of context. It seems like that they're refuting their opponent's argument, but they're actually not. This logical fallacy is used by many people, from Donald Trump to just your average Joe. Donald Trump once said, responding to Hillary Clinton's will to increase gun regulations, that Hillary wants to take away your guns to the citizens. This is a clear example of a strawman argument in politics. What Donald Trump said was obviously exaggerated and not true, but this technique is used in politics a lot, enabled to gain power. This logical fallacy is also used a lot in everyday life, like when your mom tells you to go to bed earlier and you say, "Do you think I'm a 5-year-old? I can sleep whenever I want." Or when you're throwing away leftover food that you can't finish and somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, do you want kids to die? There are kids in Africa that literally doesn't have any food to eat." Even though it's a good habit not to waste food if you don't have to. You can spot a strawman argument by following the toe rule. And no, it does not literally mean your toe. The toe rule stands for taking out of context, overly simplifying, and exaggerating. If you find one of these three things happening in an argument, or all of them, then it's probably a strawman argument. To eliminate your vulnerability to this logical fallacy, you can use clear and definitive language to limit the amount of space for misinterpretation and misunderstanding. And even if the person you're arguing with tries to use this logical fallacy, it will be easier to correct them if you use very precise language. A good example is, instead of saying you should eat less candy, you should say you should eat less candy because the plaque bacteria uses that sugar to produce acids that attack the hard surface of your teeth. This way of speaking leaves very little room for misunderstandings because it is very detailed and has facts to back it up. The first way, however, was very vague and leaves a lot of room for misinterpretations. It is important to be able to point out when a logical fallacy, such as the straw man, is being used. This saves both you and other people from pointless arguments that may lead to fights and misunderstandings. It's also good to have the skill to spot out any sort of logical fallacy, including the straw man, on the media, especially with politicians trying to gain power, so you know if what someone said has defects or not. And just like Papa said, everybody needs a good bullshit detector in life. I hope you guys found this video at least somewhat helpful and maybe it refreshed your brain a bit. Now it is time to mosey on over to the activity portion. Special thanks to all of my cast and crews.